Dolphins news and rumors presented by our good friends here, Manscape. You can go to manscape.com and use code DOLPHINS, where you can save 20% off and get free shipping on the best male grooming products out there. I use Manscaped products literally every single day, and y'all should too. Let's now dive into some news here around Kyle Van Noy. When the Miami Dolphins went out and got Van Noy in free agency, this was a pickup that I really liked by Brian Flores, a player that he knew from his time back in New England. Unfortunately for Van Noy, and well, we got some good news and some bad news to go with it. He did suffer an upper body injury on Tuesday. That's the bad news. The good news is they expect him to be okay. And when you look at a lot of the injuries that this Miami Dolphins team has sustained, whether it's been on the field or some players opting out, if you will, they are starting to get decimated a little bit here. But Kyle Van Noy is going to be that leader in the locker room and on the field. So the fact that he is day-to-day, if you're in Miami, I know this might be hard to say, try not to sweat about it too much. He looks like he's going to be okay here. So this is the quote that I saw that I thought was pretty interesting about Brian Flores on Kyle Van Noy. As far as Kyle, he got banged up a little bit. He's getting treatment. He's feeling a little bit better. We're just going to take this thing day to day, and we're hopeful he'll get out there. I know he'll try to get out there as soon as he can. And he absolutely will. This is a player where when the Dolphins were trying to think of, how can we really get the most out of our defense? You went out and got Van Noy. I asked you guys last week, would you rather them run a 3-4 or a 4-3? With a player like Kyle, that gives you, again, more versatility on this defense. Van Noy, though, if he is unable to go, their defensive ends, well, it is getting a little bit more thin, and especially when the team decided to move on from Curtis Weaver. We'll dive into that story a little bit here, so don't go anywhere. But when I looked at some of the biggest injuries, the most notable injuries from Tuesday, the three names that really popped out to me were Jerome Baker, Kyle Van Noy, and Noy Injury. So here at Chat Sports, we're an interactive YouTube channel, right? I want you guys to go down in the comments section and let me know, out of the three players that you see on screen, Jerome Baker, Kyle Van Noy, and Noy Injury, who's going to make the biggest impact this season. So go out and support our sponsors at manscaped.com. Use code DOLPHINS at checkout where you can save 20% off and get free shipping. It's as simple as this. You support Manscaped, I can make more Dolphins videos. So when you go out and use the promo codes that we're giving you, because by the way, you're not going to find a better deal on the internet, we're going to be able to make more Dolphins videos for y'all. So I use the Lawnmower 3.0 weekly. I use the ball toner, the ball deodorant every single day because, well, it's really hot here in Dallas, Texas, and I can imagine it's pretty hot there in Miami as well. When you get the 20% off, we're just trying to hook you up. And Manscaped, they're hooking you up, and we want to be able to get you guys more videos. So support Manscaped. Go out, try their products. I promise you, you're going to absolutely love them because when you do, that makes us look a lot better. And, well, you're trying to help us out. We're trying to help you out. So go support Manscaped. I'll put that link in the comments, and it'll be in the description, manscaped.com. But remember at checkout to use code DOLPHINS to save 20% off and get free shipping. Let's talk about Tua here. We got to talk about Tua, right? Looking sharp. So if Miami had a theme park, there's a big theme park in Florida, they maybe would call a roller coaster the Tua because his first week at padded practice was up and it was down as well. But good news Tuesday. Brian wanted to get things going here. He brought on some of the referees. They were doing some gameplay, if you will. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Tua, both looked very, very sharp. And the one note that I thought was pretty interesting was Tua on a rollout, because we're worried about his legs, we're worried about his health. Had a nice little rollout, hit Myles Gaskins for a short little touchdown, and the team obviously celebrated. So here's what Dolphins journalist Joe Shade had to say. Rookie Tua looks like a completely different quarterback in his second week of padded practice. Swagger increase, okay? Arm strength increase. Reading the defense better. Firing on the sidelines and in the middle of the field with uncanny accuracy. And you guys can see the emoji. Tua is fire. So I got excited because I know all Dolphins fans really want Tua to be able to work out. But there was another report that I thought was at least interesting. I'll mention it here. The report was that you could see Josh Rosen actually being the quarterback 2 week 1 against the New England Patriots. That's more of a, hey, Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to be the number 1. Josh Rosen knows the system. They're going to play a wait-and-see game with Tua. So I'm going to make this the pinned comment here on today's video. As soon as Miami drafted him number 5 overall, the hype was there. I haven't seen this much hype around one player since Dan Marino for the Miami Dolphins. So, will Tua ever bring a Super Bowl to Miami? If you think he will, give me a Y for yes, or give me an N for no. Let's now break into some news here. So I'm going to try to tell a story. I'm going to be a storyteller, if you will. Curtis Weaver, selected in round 5, 164th overall in the 2020 NFL Draft out of Boise State. This was a move where I know a lot of NFL draft analysts, me included, were like, yeah, I think they got an absolute steal here. So Miami, though, they released him and put him with an injury designation, hoping that nobody would claim him. I was pretty shocked by the move, considering the fact that I was a believer of Curtis Weaver. And I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, when you look at a player's college production, that's going to tell you how they're going to do in the NFL. Obviously, I'd be lying if I said that's how it worked. But in 2019, 13.5 sacks, 52 tackles, 19.5 tackles for a loss. 2018, still 9.5 sacks, 43 tackles. When you look at his career, 3 years, anytime you can find a player with 47.5 tackles for loss and 34 sacks, that's at least something that you need to keep your eye on. The other reason why I thought this was a big surprise for me and many fans out there in Miami, because the depth for the Dolphins, especially at the defensive end, it's thin. Kyle Van Noy, he missed practice on Tuesday. Yes, we have a lot of high hopes in Shaq Lawson, Emmanuel Ogbah as well, but at the end of the day, this was a very surprising move. And to no surprise, the Cleveland Browns, they took advantage of it. They go out and they sign Curtis Weaver. So the fact that Weaver is now in Cleveland, the fact that, they had to place Grant Delpit on the IR to an Achilles injury, that's very unfortunate for him. But Cleveland gets, a steal. Even if he was battling injuries, Weaver to me should have been higher than a round 5 pick. It was very, very surprising. And I do almost wonder if the Miami Dolphins, if Brian Flores really truly regrets letting him go, because the talent was definitely there. So I'll ask you guys the question. Was it dumb? Was it smart? I mean, I always trust coaches, right? Because I run a show here at Chat Sports. But coaches, I hope, know a lot more about football than I would, right? So let me know. Do you think it was a smart move, or do you think it was a dumb move? If you think it was smart, type S for smart. And hey, let me know in the comments why you think it was a smart move. If you're going to type D for dumb, and I'm going to be honest, I'm also going to type my D for dumb, because I do think the Dolphins are going to regret letting go of Curtis Weaver. If you're in Miami and you don't use ball deodorant and ball toner, you're dumb. It is hot as balls here in Dallas, Texas, and I know for a fact it is hot as balls in Miami. If you put deodorant underneath your arms, you know why you do that? Because you sweat. Why would you not do the exact same thing to the family jewels down there? If you're trying to get the perfect package, the perfect package, the ball toner and the ball deodorant comes in that. You also get the Lawnmower 3.0, which is the best male grooming tool out there. There's no tug. It's rechargeable. You can use it in the shower. And my absolute new favorite thing about it, when you're, let's say you're in the shower and you got the leg up and you're trying to get underneath there. I'm trying to show you all as best as I can. It's hard to see. There's a light on the end of that, so you can get to those hard-to-reach places. So when you're in that black hole, you can get all the hair out of there. The perfect package is available at manscape.com, but you got to use code Dolphins. You can save 20% off and get free shipping. Oh, yeah, the boxers and the traveling bag, they're free with the perfect package. Those boxers, the most comfortable things you will ever own. Let's go to the next story here around Earl Thomas. And, I'm pretty sure Earl Thomas knows if his brother's using Manscaped or not. So if you don't know that story, stay tuned. Thomas to Miami. This has been something that has popped up here. It's popped up there. It's been, all over the internet. And we did talk about the potential of Thomas going to Miami because they were one of the top destinations, if you will, at least for a video that we filmed here at Chat Sports, because you could see that Earl would be an upgrade. And as much as I know y'all love Bobby McCain, you could at least still use Bobby McCain as a rotational cornerback. Insert Earl Thomas there as a safety. And, for a defense that's got Byron Jones and Xavien Howard, and plus, if Noy Injury is healthy, look at a pretty solid team. So when I looked at some potential destinations there, the Cleveland Browns were on the list because they just lost Grant Delpit. Miami, they're in the mix as well. Houston Texans were on there. They've come out and said they are no longer interested. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers were on that list because, you're seeing a lot of veterans. They want to go out and win. Tom Brady, apparently they think he can still do that. The Dallas Cowboys are obviously still in the mix. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they make a lot of sense too. The reason, though, that I would tell the Miami Dolphins and majority of teams out there to stay away from him is because the shenanigans of ET are getting a little bit AB-like. So after a big win over the Dallas Cowboys, he begged for Dallas to sign him. That's a chump move in my book. He flipped off head coach Pete Carroll after an injury. Sure, he was upset that he injured him, but Pete Carroll, you're really going to flip off Pete Carroll? The incident involving his brother and wife, if you don't know it, look it up. And then he missing and then late to meetings, that's never good. Then the altercation with Chuck Clark that ultimately led to him getting the boot. So how about this? We're going to play a little bit of a game here, all right? You want to play a game? Repeat, name the movie. Earl Thomas will sign with the blank. This is a tough one for me. I am still going to say that I am a believer that he signs with the Dallas Cowboys. But if you listen to Jerry Jones, if you listen to maybe Mike McCarthy, who might not be that interested in him, it's an interesting debate. Where will Earl Thomas sign? Let us know in the comments section. If you're looking for the fastest growing Miami Dolphins channel on YouTube, see that green link below, youtube.com/Dolphins News. You can go there and subscribe. Over 2,000 subs, and it continues to grow. And if you want more videos, remember, you need to support our sponsor, Manscape. So if you're looking for the latest news and rumors around your Miami Dolphins, go ahead and subscribe there. Let's talk about the running back position now. Kalen Ballage. And I know you can't see me patting myself on the back, but I'm really not surprised that in year 3, there's already discussions about Miami moving on from Kalen Ballage. Sure, as a rookie, he had over 5 yards per carry on only 36. But last year was like grandma getting out of the tub ugly. I mean, 74 carries. Shout out, Grandma. I'm sorry. But 135 yards, 1.8 yards per carry. That ain't good whatsoever. So I saw that the Finsider, interesting name, predicted that they do move on from Kalen Ballage because you go out, you get Matt Breida, you have Jordan Howard, and they're going to end up keeping apparently Myles Gaskin and Patrick Laird and Malcolm Perry over Kalen Ballage. Now, Perry to me is going to be probably used a little bit more as a slot receiver. That's at least the way that they're planning on using him. But, I mean, for Kalen Ballage, you're not better than Jordan Howard. You're definitely not better than Matt Breida. It would not surprise me whatsoever if they did end up cutting him. So, what should Miami do with Kalen? If you think that they're like, all right, man, you got to go. It's time for you to leave. Type C for cut. If you're like, wait a minute, Mitch, it's only year 3. He still can pan out. Well, guess what? You can type K for keep. Let's give you now some updates here on Xavien Howard. And my DMs have been blowing up. Every single time I put out a video for the Dolphins, I get some fans who are like, well, what happened to Xavien Howard? What's the latest on Xavien Howard? Well, the latest on him is he's at least on the sidelines. And that's really not what you want to hear considering the fact that he is currently on the PUP list and he was on the COVID-19/reserve list earlier in the month. Bottom line is Dolphins fans want to see Howard on the field because when he is on the field, he is actually one of the better cornerbacks in the National Football League. And then when you pair Howard with Byron Jones, if Byron Jones can do exactly what he did last year for the Dallas Cowboys, and Xavien Howard can do, well, what he did just 2 years ago, you're looking at maybe not one of the best cornerback duos in the league, but maybe the best cornerback duo in the league. Then you have Noah Injury out of the nickel, but you're looking at a lot of unproven pieces. That's why you really need some veteran presence there with Byron Jones, with Xavien Howard. So, Xavien Howard is expected to play week 1, and I hope that he does. And I can't even believe that football is, well, just a few weeks away. So how about this here? I want you to look into your crystal ball, and I want you to predict week 1. Dolphins at the New England Patriots. So scroll on down on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, I don't care, wherever you see this video. Scroll on down and let me know who's going to win the week 1 game. Dolphins at the Patriots. I would definitely appreciate that.